Hello everyone, my name is Lotus, and welcome to episode 2 of my Minecraft 1.19 Let's Play series. So, I started the day by tending to my very sad wheat farm, but don't worry, later in this video we are going to fix it and make ourselves a much better farm. But for now, we need to go mining, because one of my goals for this video was to get full diamond armor and tools, and possibly enchant them, because we can't keep walking around in just iron armor and using stone and iron tools. As I was mining, I collected some iron and gold, and I also ran into a cave which I very gracefully covered up and pretended wasn't there and just kept mining. Eventually, I found diamonds. It was only 2, but 2 is better than nothing. So I smelted some of the ore I found and used bamboo as fuel for my furnaces. And then went back down into my mines to keep looking for diamonds. And accidentally ran into some lava. This was perfect because I needed obsidian to make an enchantment table to enchant my armor and tools. So I put down some water and made myself my very first diamond pickaxe and mined a couple of blocks of obsidian. Then I ran into more diamonds. But I decided it would be best to just leave this big vein of diamond ore and wait until I had Fortune 3 to mine them, so I could get the most diamonds that I possibly could. So instead, I made an enchantment table and placed it in the little spot I made for it in the last episode. Then I realized that I wouldn't really get any good enchantments with just an enchantment table, so I began the process of getting bookshelves. I started collecting materials like wood and sugarcane. I used the wood to make a fence for our cow farm because we were gonna need a lot of leather to make books. I found myself a cow and lured it into the pen. I also accidentally lured in a sheep, so I got rid of it because we aren't making a sheep farm just yet. I then used the wool to make a carpet so it'd be easy to get in and out of the cow pen. Then I set off to find a second cow to start breeding and expanding my cow farm. I walked all over the spawn area looking for a second cow, only to loop back around and find one right in front of the cow pen. Anyways, I was able to lead it back to my first cow and then breed both of them. Then I accidentally birthed a chicken. Anyways, I didn't get any good enchants, so I just went to bed. When I woke up, I said hi to my son, and then tended to my wheat farm. Then I decided it was finally time to make a brand new farm, but I needed a lot more space, so I began digging and oh my god, this took forever. This was so boring, so I took a break and went mining again. I passed the diamonds I left the last time because I still don't have fortune on my pickaxe, and then found some more diamond ore. I dug out the surrounding blocks and then headed back to the surface. I bred my cows, then I ran into some unwanted guests, so I took care of them. Then I hopped into my boat and headed towards the village near spawn to begin trading. But first, I chopped down some trees for wood to craft sticks because we were going to trade with the Fletcher. I was able to get some emeralds, but had to chop down some more trees and trade one more time before heading home to unload my things, birthed another chicken, and crafted some books. I placed a chest in front of the cow pen and bred my cows some more. Then I headed back to the village in the rain and planted a butt ton of trees because we were going to need a whole lot of wood. I tried trapping one of the villagers to give him the librarian job, but I was kind of struggling, so I decided that I would just wait until the next day. And for some reason, I was still struggling, but eventually I did trap a villager and began the long and tedious process of rolling and re-rolling the lectern in order to get the Fortune 3 book trade. I eventually got bored, so I decided to take a break and chop down some more trees and trade sticks for more emeralds. And when I went back to the librarian, I accidentally hit him with my axe. Listen, he literally walked in front of me as I was breaking the lectern. It's not my fault. Anyways, I eventually did get the Fortune 3 book, but he jacked up the price, and I couldn't afford it. So I headed out chopped some more wood, traded sticks, and got enough emeralds only for this man to lose the trade. There was literally nothing I could do except re-roll or try with a different villager, so I placed a lectern in front of a group of villagers, but a lot of them already had the farmer job, so I went around breaking the composter? I have no idea how to pronounce that. So they would lose their job and want to take the librarian job instead. Eventually I was able to trap another villager and began the process again. And thankfully it didn't take that long this time, and the price was cheaper than last time, so I consider this a win. I headed back home and down into the mines to collect enough iron to make an anvil because I completely forgot that I needed one. Whoops. But before I used my Fortune 3 book, I wanted to see what I would get with the enchantment table. However, I realized that I still didn't have enough bookshelves for the enchantment table to reach its peak potential. So I killed some cows for leather and collected sugarcane for paper and crafted as many bookshelves as I could. The initial enchantment was Unbreaking 3, but I was also able to get Efficiency 3. It's not the best, but it's also not the worst, so I'll take it. I then used the anvil to add Fortune 3, and I was finally able to mine the diamonds I found. The first vein had 11 diamond ores, but with my pickaxe, I was able to get more than double that. For the second vein, there were 4 diamond ores, and I was able to get 9. Before I headed back to the surface, I decided to do a bit of mining and collected some iron, diorite blocks, as well as some gold. My 2 chickens chilled with me as I smelted the ore, and I finally made a diamond axe. However, I didn't have enough levels to get any good enchantments, so I decided to wait on that, and in the meantime, I would use my brand new axe to get some more wood. I planted a butt ton of trees again, made a diamond shovel, and continued digging because I completely forgot that that's what I was doing. It was a lot easier to dig with a diamond shovel, but it was still a long and tedious process. I then took a short break to craft some more bookshelves to complete my little enchantment setup. Then I headed over to the village to do some more trading and such. I ended up trapping another villager in a house. This time it was a Fletcher, just so it's easier to find him and trade with him. I repeated the process of chopping down wood and trading sticks for emeralds for a while until I was ready to head back home and do some more enchanting. I got Efficiency 3 on my diamond shovel, and I also ended up with Unbreaking 3, which I desperately needed because I was still not done with clearing the dirt for my wheat farm. I was digging for a while until finally I hoed out some spaces and got all the seeds and vegetables that I had in my chest and began planting everything. This entire process took hours, literally hours, because I had so much dirt to dig in order to clear enough space for this farm. So if you enjoyed the video so far, make sure to give it a thumbs up because this took me so freaking long. At some point I wanted a little break and went back into the mines and actually found more diamonds, and then more and more. Yes. With my Fortune 3 pickaxe, I was able to successfully secure 17 more diamonds. I then decided it was time to enchant my axe. I got Efficiency 3 and Efficiency 3. That was it. I mean, we can't win them all. So I went back to farming and took my frustration out on my cows, planted some more trees, then placed stairs in my mining area to make it a little bit more efficient. Then I decided I might as well strip mine some more while I was down there, and would you look at that? I found more diamonds. Let's freaking go. I chopped some dark oak wood and ran into some pillagers. Well, more like they ran into me in my home. So I did what I had to do and took care of them. Then I drank some milk because I didn't want to accidentally start a raid and went back to farming. But I did place the banner in front of my house so they knew not to mess with me. Eventually I went back to mining and found even more friggin' diamonds. I ran into a large cave and decided to pretend I didn't see it and turned right back around and did some peaceful, safe farming. Then it was finally time to retire the iron armor. I made an armor stand to display it and then made my first piece of diamond armor. I didn't have that many levels, so I only had enough to enchant my chestplate, but I ended up with Prot 3 and Unbreaking 3, which isn't the best, but it's okay because we'll continue to upgrade our armor in the future as we advance further into this world. Ended the day with planting some seeds, and then that was it. That's the end of this episode. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!